I've never IGL'd before. When I was brand new to comp, my friend who was doing well in solos picked me up and was leading me for the past 3 seasons. Now that we split, I'm taking this opportunity to IGL. Doing this will help me get a better understanding of the game because I have to see what goes into making certain decisions instead of just following them, and also force me to develop skills I never worked on when playing with Leaf, like tarping, paying attention in zones, and planning rotates. Starting out, I'm obviously going to make a lot of dumb mistakes, and this is what this video will cover. All the beginner mistakes I made in my first couple of days of leading. My first mistake is not communicating well. You can't be a leader and not communicate. However, I find that I'll get quiet and not calm much when I'm focused on something, leaving my teammates in the dark on what I'm doing, which prevents them from helping or following me. Here's a pretty good example of me not saying anything until my teammate asked while I was in the middle of fighting a kid.
I have a shotgun.
So then.
What are they?
What's up, man? Dead.
Go. Nice. Other guy's on me. He's in the corner. Here. I died him. Nice.
If I died there, my teammate would have no clue what happened. This isn't something new for me either. Back when I started playing with Leaf, I would try to make a play but wouldn't say anything, which would have him lost when I died because he didn't even know I was trying for anything. But if I want to lead, I need to be able to speak up and clearly communicate what I'm doing and thinking. You can see in these examples, I make it very difficult to follow my lead because I'm not saying exactly what I'm doing. Hey, keep pulling this one.
Yeah.
Alright, come with me, we're gonna die.
Alright.
I just need one.
I'm leaving you.
Yeah.
Wait. Oh. Let me.
Okay, what the? Yeah, 100.
Okay. What do you?
Wait, why is it? I'm so close. I went over there.
I'm right here. No, I'm gonna get at you. I'm good. I don't know where you are. Mark yourself. Oh, I got to stay down.
Jump on. Come on, man. I blocked this side.
He just jumped in my box.
Okay. I have to call you guys.
He just jumped right in my box, bro.
Building on top of me not communicating what I'm doing on the rotate, sometimes it's hard for me to communicate exactly what I'm doing because I don't even know. I'll treat it like I'm playing solos, just making more decisions on the fly with little idea or plan of what I want to do, making it hard to follow me. Pre-planning rotates and thinking ahead is something I need to do a better job at because if it's not clear what I want to do, I can't confidently lead anybody anywhere. You'll see in these clips there's little structure to any of these rotates, I'm just going with the flow of things. Are you good?
Yeah.
Not my walls. I just went out. Gone.
I'm trying. What's number one?
Are you up? Yeah, stay up.
Where? Okay, there it is.
Alright, touch me on it. I have to go up.
Yeah, I'm with it. Okay. I'm fucking dead. Here, send me in, and I can give you all my meds.
Okay. I'm gonna chuck the
Stand up. Yep.
Close fire. Strategic sign.
Okay. Go front. Oh, it put me back down. I'm dead, bro. Yeah, we can. Okay. Oh. Yeah. Oh, there's a.
Another thing that makes it hard to follow me is my tarps. My tarps are really bad at the moment. I'll do a lot of tarps that only work for a solo and would leave gaps that wouldn't necessarily affect me but would get my teammate killed. In this one game we got a refresh and I had a bunch of mats but left so much space open that a kid got in the tarp and killed him. In this situation I just need a full tarp everything. Since I had cap wood and 300 plus hards, we would have won that game. Just follow.
Yeah, wait. And 100.
Another issue I'm having is not being aware of where I am in the zone and not utilizing the mini-map. I mentioned this a while back in one of my old solo videos where I would box up and stagger, wasting mats, not realizing that I'm close but not in zone. Similar issues exist with me leaning now. I'll box up outside the zone, then have to waste more mats tarping in, or put us in a bad position because people have already based up in front of us, so we'd have to completely reposition in the zone. Mid-game, this issue came up once where we had a good rotate on the dead side of the zone, but we stayed on the edge and never cut in, and I ended up getting fried and held in zone. If we cut in earlier here, there wouldn't be an issue, but we're out of zone too late and people are here to set up and hold us. The last and biggest issue is rotates not being my number one priority. Playing with Leaf, I never really looked for rotates and would just follow him when it was time to go. There would be times where I wanted to try to make a play on the team or something and he would say no because we need to rotate soon, and I didn't even realize how much or little time we had to rotate. So being dependent on Leaf to remind me of when we need to go, I've had a lot of issues keeping zone as my number one priority. You can see in this example, we fight this team and get a knock and try to go for the loot. I take damage and we have to slow down and heal before we get to it, but by that time zone is pushing us already and everyone's set up to look back at us. This is an issue especially in endgame where we take unnecessary ticks or die to storm because I'm looking for plays over just rotating.
Yeah.
Get on that wall here. Look into the right.
Look, come here. I have
Come here.
30. One. But I'm getting hit by his floor.
Yeah, are we in?
Oh yeah. In this box here. But he's gonna fall. I'm just watching. I'm just watching the fall because he's gonna move fast.
Yeah, we pull. Look at this.
Look at nothing here on the back end. Alright,
There you go.
nothing.
Yeah. I'm really stuck. Get away.
Oh yeah, okay. Hop on.
No, I'm good.
Yeah.
I'm going for it.
Yeah.
I just got shocking out the air. Come on, wall here.
Yeah.
When you go,
I'm dashing. I'm going.
You killed me.
A lot of these are really beginner mistakes that I shouldn't be making, but as long as I learn quickly and don't make the same mistakes twice, I should be alright going forward. To anyone starting out IGLing recently, the best advice I could give you is just be confident in your calls. If it ends up being the wrong play, you VOD and learn from it for next time. You aren't always going to make the right calls, but if you're scared to make a wrong call or second guessing your ideas, you'll never really become a good leader. Just make sure you're always learning and improving. Making a bad call and just moving on without coming up with a solution will just lead to you making the same mistake again. That's about it for this video. If you made it all the way to the end, be sure to like and subscribe and use code HOWL if you want to support me further. I'm streaming every day of this season, so if you want to catch me live, follow me on Twitch. It's the first link in the description. Thank you guys for the crazy support on the last video. I'm going to keep increasing the quality of my videos and try to provide good content for you guys. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you later.